current situation, the context, and the possible outcomes of the crisis between the two Koreas. So, for the context, the Korean Peninsula was colonized by Japan in 1910, and after the Second Sino-Japanese War and the intervention by the Allies, the Korean Peninsula was divided into countries along 38 parallel, with the north being communist and the south being Western aligned. This has led in 1950 to the Korean War, which entered a stalemate in 1951, and a ceasefire was drawn between the North and the South in 1953, leaving both of them in a state of war even in 2024. Now, the situation, of course, has not eased itself over the course of the Cold War, with multiple aggressive actions by the North during the 1960s, such as a tried assassination of a southern president, and with this current division between the two countries, the cultural, economic and political divisions have been ingrained in the two societies.
North Korea has become increasingly dependent on China, strengthening economic and political ties with its more powerful ally. At the same time, it has revived its historical alliance with Russia, seeking military and strategic cooperation. These closer relationships reflect Pyongyang's efforts to counter Western influence and secure vital support amid ongoing sanctions and isolation. As tensions rise, this renewed partnership with Beijing and Moscow could further reshape the regional balance of power.
We can see that North Korea has become a pariah state because it has developed its nuclear arsenal, which therefore has been sanctioned with embargoes through the UN. We can also see that the relation between North Korea and South Korea are always in a tense. One time they are friendly and one time they are hostile towards each other. We can see, for example, that North Korea and South Korea had common rail lines or roads, and North Korea has destroyed them to not have contact with them anymore. And also the economic ties, we can see that they had common workers. For example, North Koreans worked in South Korea, but we can see that North Korea has therefore stopped this cooperation. We can see that the tension is always here, whether it's economic or military. North Korea always stops the cooperation between the two states. Therefore, the tension is still here, even years later.
Even if open war is over, tensions between South and North remain important. New conflict points break out on a regular basis, and the region is still highly destabilized. Whereas North Korea remains a dictatorship very isolated from the world, South Korea still has to deal with its own problems, such as an important demographic transition with an aging population, as well as troubles in its political and economic structures. As North Korea gets more and more aggressive, the South finds itself in need of military reinforcement, as well as reliance on its stronger allies. Maybe one day the two parts could come to real peace agreements, but from now on, the situation stays tense.